create the objects required for P12 certificate. First we will create the objects, then we'll create the P12 certificate. First one is private key generation. Here is the command openSSL gen p key hyphen algorithm RSA hyphen out private 1 dot key. It will create this private key. We can give any valid name here, then hyphen AES256. This command will ask the password. Give the valid password. For example, I have given ABCD1234. Now let's create CSR using the private key. Here is the command openSSL req hyphen new hyphen key. Provide the key generated in the previous step hyphen out. It will create the certificate signing request. This is the name of the certificate signing request. And next step is to create the signed certificate. But in our case, we are creating the self-signed certificate. Why self-signed certificate? Because we are signing this certificate using our own private key. It is for development purpose only. If you are using this certificate in the production, we can't sign that. The particular valid certificate authority should sign the certificate. We have to send this CSR created to them. They will create the certificate and send it to you. Use that certificate. Now we are creating the self-signed certificate. Here is the command openSSL x509 hyphen req hyphen days 365 days validity 1 year validity hyphen in. This is the input certificate signing request. Then we are signing with this our own private key, private 1 dot key. Then it will generate the certificate. This is the self-signed certificate. Now we have created all the 3 objects required for the P12 certificate. Now let's create that. Now we will create a P12 certificate from private key and the signed certificate. Here is the command openSSL pk cs12 hyphen export hyphen out. This is the name of the P12 certificate. You can give any valid name here. Then hyphen in key. Here providing the private key we generated. Then hyphen in the certificate we generated. This command will ask the password. For example, I have given ABCD1234. Now let's create these objects and the P12 certificate. Here I have listed the commands to generate the objects and the P12 certificate. First I'll create the private key. Before that, let me create one folder in the C drive. I'll name this as certs. Here I'll run the openSSL command. I'll open the CMD. Here I'll run the first command. This openSSL gen p key algorithm is RSA out. This is the private key. This is the encryption algorithm. Now I'll copy this and run it. Here it will ask the password. Let's enter the password. I'll give the simple password BCD1234. Re-enter it ABCD1234. Now we generated the private key, private 1 dot key. Next step is to create the CSR, certificate signing request. I'll copy this. This is the name of the certificate signing request. Copy this and run it. Here you can see it uses the private 1 dot key. This key is already available under this certs folder. So it uses that and create the CSR. Now enter the key what we entered while creating the private key. This one ABCD1234. Now enter the details. It will ask the organization details here with the complete country details, state, all those things you have to enter here. Now country name I'll give IN, state, locality, city, SRS organization and KP Tech organization unit integration common name. Here we can give common name, like I'll give technomanuals.com. Email address a challenge password. I will skip this extra attributes, optional. Now we generated this certificate signing request. This is the certificate signing request. If you open this and check, here you can see begin certificate request and certificate request. These are the data here. Same way you can open private key and check. See here, begin encrypted private key and encrypted private key. Now next step is to generate the self-signed certificate. I'll copy this. Run it. Enter the password for the private key ABCD1234. Certificate request self signature. Okay, it done the signature and it created the certificate. Let's check that. You can see here, this is the certificate got created. I'll open this. Here you can see issued to technomanuals.com, issued by technomanuals.com, because it is a self-signed. Issued by is same, issued to is same, is self-signed. Now the validity you can see is valid from 12/10/2024 to 12/10/2025, exactly 1 year, because we have given 365 days here validity. Now go to details. Here go to subject. Here common name is technomanuals.com, email and organize all the details. You can see what we entered while creating the CSR. Same thing is showing here. Now we have created all the 3 objects. Now next step is to create the P12 certificate. Now I'll copy this command and run it. Here it will create the P12 certificate with this name. Enter. Enter the passphrase for private key ABCD1234. Enter export password. Now we have to give the password for this P12 certificate. For that also I'll give same password ABCD1234. Re-enter the export password for that P12 certificate ABCD1234. Now it got generated. You can see here P12 certificate got generated. Now we have the option to verify the P12 certificate here. Just run this command to view. Enter password. What we given to P12 certificate is ABCD1234. Now you can see the details here. I'll enter the password. Certificate details and private key details. We'll have all the details in this P12 certificate here. Now we have generated all the objects and the P12 certificate. Next step is to use this P12 certificate to enable the SSL.